Hello and welcome back. My name is Casey. This is Taylor. We're from HSC, and this is a beginning explanation of the abilities in the Mass Effect playbook that me and Taylor and Gavin have all helped design and ready to do and just kind of give you an overview of everything we've done to help it go with Cyberpunk. I think Taylor, you wanted to go over how you leveled up and ruling, right? Real quick.
Yeah. So I guess the biggest thing of how we kind of incorporated, oh, you have these Mass Effect abilities and roles and things. How do they work with Cyberpunk abilities and roles and things? Well, we just made them the same thing, kind of, sort of. So you still pick when you're making a character, you'll still pick your Cyberpunk red role, whether that's fixer, solo, tech, medtech, whatever you want. Have those same stats, have those same abilities, have everything the normal way with that. Then what you'll do is you'll take your Vanguard, your Soldier, your Sentinel, and you'll just compare those side by side. So whenever you level up that career ability, you're going to level up your Mass Effect one, which you can level up your career ability by your GM saying, hey, we're leveling up now, or spend your IP to level up. I mean, it's expensive, but like you could do it. Most roles and games will start you at a career ability of 4. So I mean that means 300 IP to get to 5. Like it's expensive. I've done it though. If you need that extra little juice, you can do that. But that's essentially how we have it all set up. Is they will go together in the book. You're gonna have a nice little chart that'll show you what. Think of it like D&D, like spell slot chart, but it is going to be your Mass Effect ability ones, which you'll see what it's 4, 6, 8, 10. You naturally get new abilities as you level up.
Which, depending on how long you want to do this, very rarely has anyone ever gotten past 8 in any of the games that I have played. I think Vinton and the Asphalt crew is at level 8. As a GM note, GMs. So this is a kind of a cool thing that we did for our Cyberpunk Red game is that after every major arc, we went ahead and leveled up. Because it's like, why are we going to do the IP? Like, there's other things that we need to use IP for. So David was like, every major arc, we leveled up. So we went from 5. We had 3 arcs, and we went from 5 to 8. 5 to 7. I spent the extra at that point because I had all the IP in the world at that point to up it to the next level. Because I had to come play your game, and I wanted to be awesome.
Yes, everyone go watch that. They're on YouTube. Anyway, right. Also too, you like I said, you can use that IP and stuff to level those up. You can use the normal, however your GM levels you up, but all of that to be said, you're giving your characters, your players, extra abilities that are outside of the normal balancing of Cyberpunk Red and maybe a lot of those bad guys, those things. So keep that in mind that you're basically getting a soldier who already is super cool and badass at a rank ability 6, the ability to also use Carnage or biotics. Like you're gonna have to work on your balancing a little there. Maybe also give your bad guys those really cool abilities.
Don't be afraid to give your bad guys either massive explosions and bombs, like right off the bat, or throw a ton of guys at them. Because honestly, that's what Mass Effect did. You know, GMs, you're gonna have to be creative. Like I did not make this to be balanced in the world of Cyberpunk. I made this to be cool.
Yep.
So it's like you gotta really be like, cool, yeah, Loki mechs or Ymir mechs, really strong. But I have 4 characters that have like godlike ability, so I'm gonna put 3 of them bitches on there. That still might not be enough.
Yeah.
Go back and watch the last 2 episodes. It wasn't enough.
Maybe even like give your bad guy singularity or stasis. Like how much would that suck for a player?
Yeah. So starting off, we made and Gavin made. Let me be frank. Gavin made what they call the soldier class. He really put a lot in this. It's an excellent addition to anyone who wants to be a solo. It's a person with guns, more guns, all of the fucking guns, and then also kicks ass armor ability. So the big thing with soldier is that the armor that you wear has more things that you can add on it, like boosters, like blade armor. Like there's all kinds of things you can add there. So basically, you can either be Batman and or Master Chief.
Yeah. I think a thing to think about with those two is, well, yes, they are physical upgrades. They're still in the sense of this abilities that you'll get over time. So you could say, okay, you're leveling up to level 6. You come in contact with a tech who can install this new upgrade that you got for some reason.
Right.
Think of a story reason that it's like, oh, I'm just going to go buy all of the upgrades right now. They're a little powerful. Probably not, buddy. They're very hard to get hands on. You got to train with them. However you want to explain it, that there's a milestone they have to reach before just slapping on some like awesome thing.
Make it cost.
Yeah.
Like Mass Effect did that. They basically kept you from getting the cool shit because you can't afford it, pal.
Yeah.
So
but then story reasons for the free upgrades. Don't make them pay for level ups. That would suck. But if it's additional outside of the normal IP, money and training and time and whatever that can go the same with biotics and stuff too, though. Like you got to pay for a trainer who's going to teach you how to do these things, or pay for an upgrade.
Yeah.
Just use your brain. Y'all are smart. I believe in you.
Yeah, y'all are pretty. Yeah. I believe in y'all. We put a lot of work in Soldier simply because tech and biotics are insane in that game. And not everybody wants to throw Singularity. Some people just want to have a lot of DACA. Warhammer fans out there. So, we spent a lot of time crafting that one up. Taylor, I think your character fits this. Do you want to go over? Oh, no. Dell's character, but she's not here. You want to talk about Add Up real quick?
Yeah. So Add Up. Okay. Think when you're playing the game, you got Jack, you got Miranda, Liara, Samara. So many Add Ups, so many badasses with biotics in that game. What the hell? But think of those people where it is all biotics all the time. Obviously, you can shoot a gun, but the big damage, the big cool things are going to be your biotics, which, if you want to look at a TTRPG sense, you could call it the magic system is that, and the adept is your sorcerer almost, I would say. Not even maybe wizard, but on the overly high end. You're never squishy. You're always terrifying. But yeah. So I think that would be a really good introduction for someone who really likes to use magic and do more tricksy things. Maybe you want pull, slam, push, manipulate somebody on the field, on the battlefield. You can do that. You can come up with interesting ways to use your abilities outside of combat. You have this innate almost ability. It's a part of your body, and we'll go super into depth with that too, of how we built that out. But it's something for someone who maybe doesn't always want to brute force their way through things. I think it can be much more artful.
You want to make a pretty rainbow in the sky with multiple biotic colors, you can.
You do that?
I was about to say, I'm surprised you haven't yet.
Well, now we are.
All right.
And then, and then we got engineer of our last of the big 3 categories.
Right. So, obviously, engineer are for the eggheads of the group. These, in D&D terms, are the artificers. Artificers.
Artificers. Potato.
English is hard.
I hear so many people say so many different things.
Right. This player is into tech and cyber tech and finding ways to aid in combat. Engineer's abilities can help you not be squishy and bring some serious heat in and out of combat. Also, highly recommended for the class to take. Really highly recommended for anybody who's going to be the med tech of the group. Gotta kind of know how to use Omnigel. That's kind of a thing. So, like, if you're going to be a med tech, you might want to specialize in also being an engineer. It's not necessary, but it could help.
Engineer, one of the tech variety ones at least, to be able to know. Have that electronic security. We're going to just throw that in there right now. That's important if you're going to be any sort of techie. Keep that on you.
Good news is, in this book, you can ignore the times 2 because that is dumb. In my opinion, I love you, Artel.
I mean, at this point in sci-fi world where, you literally put an implant in your neck and then you can shoot energy out of your hands, you can probably figure out stuff pretty quick.
Yeah.
When it comes to electronic security, you've learned.
So I'll keep going with this next one because this one is personally my favorite out of all of them because this is what I did. We're going to talk about my boys and girls, the wrecking balls of Mass Effect, the Vanguards. Fucking love this class in Mass Effect, and Matt, the other person who's recently come into this, really helped to make it better. This is an amazing skill for someone who just wants to excel at combat, but doesn't want to choose between guns or biotics. You want to fly across the field, knock some enemies down with a powerful shockwave or a shotgun blast to the face. Both are valid options for Vanguards.
Both back to back.
Both back to back. These are your Hexblade players. These are the wizards and the sorcerers that take that ability and just be like, cool, I want to make that person over there a non-existent problem. They're not a thought anymore.
Is that why you get so mad when Reynos kills people? Because I'm taking your favorite class and throwing it in your face?
Not necessarily. You just
one
like
person,
shooting.
They're gone.
You just really are. I almost had you. That's the thing. I had a very Paul Walker moment the last 2 games ago. I was like, I almost had you.
Almost had me. And then, okay, I'm going to go to the next one because I think, this is me as a person. And normally my play style, I think it was just the fact that I struggle between wanting to sniper rifle and wanting to do what the infiltrators can do. And I chose sniper rifle this time, but next time, it's like infiltrators are your rogues. They put on the tactical cloak, stealth. What's it called? It's tactical cloak, right?
Tactical cloak. Yeah.
And sneak into some places, hack some shit, pop up behind someone, and then shoot their head off. You can kind of get in there, get out, take out people super quick, super quiet. You can learn info that you probably weren't supposed to know. And you're never I think this could be super handy for maybe a tech or a netrunner, especially a netrunner that wants to be a little beefier so they can sneak in places, they can do their tech, but they're never going to be left unguarded. I mean, the same can be said with the biotics too, when we get down to, what is tech and biotic? Sentinel? Same can be said there of you want to have that tech, but you want to be able to protect yourself. A+ for both of those. I guess I'm going to go to Sentinel, which is, I guess I would still powerful, still terrifying, but maybe a little more support-y than some of the others. Or you could play it in a TTRPG sense as more support, I guess.
There's a lot of support built into Sentinel. I know a lot of people are like, well, Sentinel is the truth in Mass Effect, and you are not wrong. It's one of the better ones out there. But also, in Cyberpunk rules, it's a very support capability. Your Netrunner makes sense. Your medtech, it makes sense to be a Sentinel. We're
going to go into the biotics, the soldier, and the tech, and the sub-varieties of each a lot more depth in our next few videos. So keep an eye on that because we got some tricks up our sleeves with how we make these things work, like how each of those have special abilities that no one else can use.
Yeah.
Which is important to note. So
I think what we doing next? Biotics next?
Biotics next. Yes.
Yeah, so keep a lookout for that, guys.
Yep.
That should be coming down the pipeline soon.
Yeah, so keep an eye on that. All of our socials are listed down below. Follow those. If the PDF is out yet, It's listed down below so you can play some things. Also, guys, we have a Discord. Come tell us about your stories when you play this game because that'd be super fun.
Please, I
Yeah,
need to hear it.
I want to
So
live through
yeah,
it. But it's just us. It's just us. I'm never going to get over the fact that we get to do it. We're going to do the sign out because Rich and David aren't here.
yeah, they can't stop us. We
Okay.
have too much power.
Okay. Have fun and play well.
May all your rolls be crits.
Yeah.